Okay, here we are at the C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. Welcome. Hey, post International Women's Day, and we're going to start this as a tradition to the Thursday after International Women's Day, which, as you all know, is always March the 8th. We're going to have our C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. We're going to do a quick wrap up, and we're going to use this as an opportunity to gather the millions and millions and millions of women who attended International Women's Day all around the world. So today's topic is fantastic. You're going to be able to use some of these advanced mastery techniques to get success done for you, but also important for you, for your clients. So I promise today you're going to have at least 2 to 5 new ideas on how you can help activate your client's success. And when you activate not only your success, but your client's success, you can build bigger communities. You can be a more successful coach consultant. You can enjoy your business and your life even more. So thanks for being here. So, quick recap. I'm Kathleen Caldwell, founder of the C-Suite Network Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. You notice I'm getting quicker at saying that. I practice it all the time and moving through it. And I'm an author, speaker, and I'm all things coaching. How many of you, I'm curious, you knew you were a coach consultant, like literally from your early days, your people, your tribe, they came to you. They were like, hey, what do you think about this? Or I want to share with this, or what should I do about this? Yeah, we knew it in our bones from an early day. So thank you. Thank you. Very, very, very quickly. Hey, we've had some incredible programs, as we always do. Everything's posted on our YouTube channel. And we are really doubling down on how to become the category of one. So check out that replay. Sheila, you were on that broadcast. Christina, you were on that broadcast. Carol Kammerer, Susan Younger, Deb Creer, Angela Fowler, all on that broadcast. Our newest faculty, we're going to do another rendition of this very soon. Susan K. Younger, hey, she's got a new body of work called Humanitarianism. Check that out. Really exciting. And we talked about last week that every woman who's a coach consultant and really everyone in business, we've got to become a media company and having assets that we can leverage, diversifying our careers and our business. Okay. As Jeffrey Hazlett says, we cannot be a one-trick pony, right? So having multiple things that leverage our experience and knowledge and get out there in the world. Hey, it's a legacy play, ladies. Thanks to Carol Kammerer. She talked about LinkedIn leadership, how to get more leverage on your LinkedIn. Oh my goodness, we talked about magnetizing, maximize the new effect, thrive and arrive. Oh, it's been so much fun. Angela Fowler, she's leading a new movement about making business accessible. So she's doing an upcoming challenge. We're excited for her. And then, sometimes we integrate the woo-woo ladies so we can have more wow-wow into our business. We talk about how to magnetize and be more magnetic to our ideal clients. That was a very fun and energetic program. We're on every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we are picking up the pace, ladies. Okay. So how many of you did something, read something, were part of something on International Women's Day last Saturday, March the 8th? Or maybe you just say, hey, it's International Women's Day. There was something on TV. Okay, got it. Yes. I was so delighted to be co-MC for a global event. Big shout out to my dear friend Linda Fisk and Leadership Global. It was the Women's Wealth Symposium. So we had about 250 women in the room and at least 500 on the live stream. It was fantastic, recorded, really great. Now, the challenge is, we got so much information that day, which about 4 billion women around the planet did something similar. They went to something, they got a lot of information, they left, and they said, wasn't that nice? I really enjoyed that. They had a lot of sparks and ideas, like maybe you did too. But you, as a coach, consultant, now's the time to activate what they learned and what you learned. Okay. Dreams and thoughts and exciting, relationships mean nothing if we take the business cards from the people that we met and stick them in a purse or a briefcase and never contact them, or came up with some new ideas but don't do anything with it. Okay. So just wanted to also get from you, what were some insights that you had from International Women's Day? Whether, you attended something or you didn't, or, maybe the whole vibe, because it was a really powerful day. I want to stop and get your voices in here. What were some thoughts from International Women's Day? Molly, you led an event. You facilitated an event. How was that for you? We want to hear that from you.
Oh, it was so much fun. Again, thank you so much, Kathleen, for allowing me to host that event as we talked about the CEO safety net and taking care of ourselves, our clients, and our businesses no matter what. And there was lots of great insights. One of the insights that I wrote down was taking care of ourselves was one of the attendees had shared that she does not have any serious conversations after 8 o'clock. And so she has a boundary so that she can sleep through the night. And I thought that was really powerful.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, really great. Hey, I'm leaning in to think, wow, that is interesting and important, right? And perhaps it's even, Molly, having serious conversations with others, but also with ourselves, right? The
Mhm.
conversation, the committee in our head. How many of you have conversations in your head right as you're about to fall asleep about X, Y, and Z, what you got done, what you didn't get done, et cetera, et cetera? Ollie, does that count, would you say?
Oh, absolutely. I do think it does.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. Note from International Women's Day. Hi, Carol. Welcome. Aloha to you. We're talking, thank you. Yeah, we're talking about International Women's Day, March 8th. And, women around the world, this is such a buzzy thing. It's really a powerful day to celebrate. There's a different theme every year. And this year was all about equality, empowerment, acceleration. Hello, those are our words. We love that. And it was fantastic. The energy, the momentum that women and, of course, men got from that day is really powerful. Now, our question as coaches and consultants is, what are they doing with all of that? So I want to get your voices in here. What's your take on the day, the momentum, the theme, anything about this? Jump in, unmute yourself. Hence the opportunity too.
I'll go ahead. I'll jump in. So
Thank
I
you, Sheila.
I
Yeah.
spent the day at a board meeting for a nonprofit organization, and I won't lie, I was on social media as much as I could to kind of see what was happening with International Women's Day. But I will say that the strong voices in the room at that board meeting were the women. I was really proud of them, and so I did acknowledge them, on break or after they talked, that how much their voice mattered, and did wish them a happy International Women's Day. So I think even in the realm of right that a board meeting to even acknowledge it somehow and to make those women feel like they've been seen, they've been heard, right? They're visible and they are making a difference. So that's how I spent my day. I would have loved to have been Kathleen at your where you were. Had a little bit of fear of missing out on that, but I was where I needed to be. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Sheila, what you're also pointing out is you are not only just, you're observing things, but you're in the game doing it, which is so important. Yeah. Congratulations to you. Yeah. Thank you. Jillian, any observations from media? Christina, Carol?
So for me,
It's a big day. Yeah. Thank you. Go
yeah,
ahead.
so for me, I think I was just celebrating that feminine energy and going, yeah, I'm in this group. Like I'm proud of that,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Jillian. And as we all know, both human beings, we beautiful human beings, we've got the masculine and the feminine, and we've got both kinds of energies. And, you know, not as a, if we step back and say this year's International Women's Day was a lot different because I believe we needed to exert more of our masculine energy in, meaning our get it done kind of energy in a feminine context of International Women's Day. And so it was just interesting. The energy and the vibe was really different this year, I noticed in person. So thanks for bringing that up, Jillian. Love that. Carol, Christina, jump in.
Carol, you have your hand up, so do you want to go? And then I'll
Sure.
go.
All right. So I was kind of downplayed it in terms of I didn't do a whole lot. I didn't do a particular post about it, but every woman who commented on material that I had done that day, I wished them a happy International Women's Day. And I had the opportunity to see that someone had posted about a whole list of women that had been meaningful over time. And one of those women that was mentioned was me. So that was very exciting. And I was able to affirm that person also. And so that was a really sweet thing to have her do.
Of course, Carol. Thank you. Yes, and isn't that what a great demonstration of taking some action, of taking action to do a post to get some more visibility, not only for them, but also for you. Congratulations, Carol. We would affirm that, ladies, for Carol and for all of us, right? I love the phrase, bless that which you want. So when it's great on Carol, it's all great on us, right? Yeah, yeah, good. Christina, jump in.
Wow, I feel like a total disgrace to my gender. I had no idea it was International Women's Day. No idea. No idea.
I
You
love
know
it.
how I found out? My personal trainer, Alessio from Rome, gay man. Happy Woman's Day, because his English is a second language. I'm like, Happy Woman's Day was, oh. And then later on, I get a text message from my boyfriend, Happy International Women's Day. And I'm like, thank you, God. These are like the two most important men in my life anyway. Like, so kudos to them. Thank you for reminding me that there's a day dedicated to me. And then I just sort of, just was like, thanks, guys. Yeah, that's it.
Sweet. Sweet. Christina, look at you, just surrounded by all this support.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
They tend to remind me that I'm awesome. So sometimes I forget.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, great. Good, good, good. And I think that this is such a great representation of it's a day and it's a day and it's a celebration and it means so many things to different people. And hey, to me, it's as a coach, it's like, okay, what do we do with the day, right? So let's jump in. That's to me, it's the application of it. So I want to jump in and great to celebrate the day. And of course, we're in International Women's History Month. And so I look at that and I say, okay, well, what can we do to activate that as well? And so the key to me is I want to cover a couple ideas here. And my hope is, my intention is that our discussion can spark some new ideas in here for you, not only for yourself, but also for your clients. And so that we could start thinking about, all right, how do we take action, not only on this day, hello, International Women's Day, but more importantly, on the initiatives, the things that are important to you. Okay. So the key here is we have this day, Saturday, March the 8th, and what kind of action can we be the catalyst for? Because inspiration, like a day, like that day, or technically, even if it's a Monday, ladies, that, Mondays are big, big inspiration. And we now know we're coming to the end of the first quarter of 2025. A lot of people in the world are saying, hey, what did I really accomplish in this first quarter? They started off the most positive, optimistic day of the year. We all know is January 1st. Then about 10 days later is called National quitter's day. Okay. When people give up on their dreams, they give up on their big hopes and aspirations. Hence, I say, hey, opportunities for coaches and consultants like you and me. So the key is with all of this is the inspiration that people had on, let's just say, International Women's Day. Oh gosh, I need to do this. I'd like to do this. This is interesting. What can I, what can this all mean to me? That's just a spark, but the action is the fuel to get it done. And I will conservatively say here now that the majority of our beautiful colleagues, our beautiful humans on the planet, had a lot of inspiration, but the action is the key that you can help them with. Because, without taking action, everything just fades. And so, you as a coach, what I'm noticing now more than ever, and I want to get your voices in here on this, is people are looking for results. We've got to help be the catalyst for people to get results. People are feeling now that they are not interested in making investments in coaching and consulting if you say, well, you're going to be able to get a payoff, so to speak, in about a year or two. No, people are looking for immediate and short-term results. So we need to be able to be the bridge between the inspiration, the spark, the catalyst, the action, and the results. Now, as a coach consultant, you are not responsible for your client's results. We can't take that burden on, okay? But we can guide and mentor and inspire our clients to take action, to get over the things that are stopping them, to be the bridge to the things that they want. Okay. So raise your hand if you want to just jump in. We want to get your voices in here. So the key here is, what can you do? What can you add into your coaching and consulting, the work you're doing, anything that you're involved with, to get a short-term kind of win? Okay. And, I love the word win because I think it also means what's important now, right? So what can we do to be a catalyst for that? Okay. How many of you have heard about the zygoanarchic effect? I've had to practice that so many different times. How many of you heard about this? Okay, super. This wonderful young professor, Dr. Bloom Zygoanarchic, back in 1927, she was studying, of all things, waiters in a restaurant. And she realized that when waiters had an assignment, like, okay, go get this person a glass of wine, go get this person a cup of water, get some bread for the table. When they took short-term action on their memories and their thoughts and the things that they needed to do, they were able to be much more effective than if they said, oh, I'll do it later, kind of thing. Now, how many of you waited tables throughout some part of your career? I know I did. I paid my way through college. Anybody relate to that? This is so right on, because when people take action on immediate thoughts, desires, dreams, like an inspiration, when they take action on something, they get results. When they don't, it lingers and it bothers them. So I want to just pause for a moment. How many of you have like the 3 a.m. wake up and go, oh, I forgot to do that, right? Or during the day, it's like, oh, wow, I forgot to do that, or I should have done that. And then it lingers and it's unfinished business, right? And it starts to get into our subconscious mind and it starts to bother us and it starts to preoccupy. We're doing something else. And we think, oh, why didn't I do that? Anybody relate? Am I the only one? Yes. So what that does is creates, as you know, a drain on our energy and momentum, but it also creates a drain in energy on your client's momentum. It holds them back from getting results. Okay. So we want to help people get, and ourselves too, get a quick result. Take action. What's the next action you will take in the next 5 minutes? You leave a coaching and consulting call or meeting or whatever. It's like getting people, inspiring people to say, okay, what's the thing you're going to do in the next 5 hours, 1 hour, immediately after this call, kind of thing. Okay. Are you jiving with this, resonating with this? Good. Jump in, get your voices in here, because this also, as you'll see, there's science behind this that's very important, because motivation without activation, or it's like Newton's law, a body at rest tends to stay at rest. And you've seen those little balls going, that you just get one of the balls going and it gets the momentum going. But if everything is stagnant, just like your client, then things aren't moving. Okay. So the key is, according to science, there is the 72-hour rule. All right. If people do not get into action, hence the International Women's Day action, if they did not get into action on something within 72 hours, about 3 days, the likelihood of them picking that back up is pretty small. Now, you ladies are at a mastery level. You can do it. You're more skilled at this, but our clients need some more support. So urgency is really important. Fast action challenges, getting people moving and not being a body at rest that stays at rest. Okay. Comments, questions, jump in. Yeah. And of course, connecting with your clients about, hey, what does a fast action type of thing? What does that look like to you? What does it sound like to you? What would it feel like to you if you were doing something? Like, it's not our agenda, of course, but inspiring them to, hey, if you take some action, you're going to start getting results. And this becomes a positive momentum thing for us and for our clients. Just getting in motion, this just helps to keep things going, right? Okay. So the same thing, I'm going to just give you a couple of results, or a couple other things, is when you would like to enroll and register someone into your program, it's key from the time that they meet you and they look at what your offer is, for them to take action is absolutely critical. So this is not a pressure kind of thing, but it's a way for us to step up. Somebody contacts you and say, hey, I'm interested in X, Y, and Z. We got to get back to them in a timely way. This is not a burden thing. This is not a pressure thing, but you can see that the action, from inspiration to action, we got to close that gap. Christina, jump in, please.
So am I on mute? Okay. So I'm putting something in the chat. It's a little AI goodie for everybody.
Ooh,
So it's a
great.
chat GPT prompt related to urgency that you can use. So you put in chat GPT, what are the biggest political and economic trends happening right now that could impact whatever your category is, whatever your industry is? Let chat GPT answer. And then you ask, how can I reframe my offer to be positioned as a necessity in light of these trends?
Okay, let's lean in. Christina, you gave us a gold bar there. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you. That's wonderful. Thank you. Right. And being so timely about everything is so key. Thank you so much, Christina, because when we're in tune with that, hello, our message is elevated. We come across, no matter our experience level, our age, our gender, our background, or whatever it is, we come across because we're more in tune with our clients and what they're looking for, right? We're more connected to them. And in a sea of millions of coaches and consultants out there, literally, you get to rise above the noise. Thank you, Christina. That's great. Great. Yeah. And so I'm curious, how do you think you could use something like that, Christina's great prompt, in the work that you're doing? How could you kind of customize your messaging to be a little bit more timely and perhaps to be more outcome and action oriented? Ooh, I'm making you think in the middle of the day here.
I love this. So Christina, I always love your prompts, but this one, it just it makes us as coaches and consultants stay on top of trends, what's happening right? That we're staying on top of things, and we all want to hire our own coaches and consultants as well that are staying on top of trends, that are have a pulse on what's happening in the economy, the world, wherever, or in your space. So we all want people that are on the cutting edge of what's happening, and it helps us look at our processes, right? Our processes, our frameworks, all of that to figure out how do we need to tweak those um, to be more relevant to our clients now for what's happening in our space. So I thank you so much. I always appreciate you.
And Sheila, we appreciate you for bringing that up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm also curious, we could even add Christina, not to be a topper, don't want to be a topper on what you just said. I'm wondering about also putting in is what could be a good call to action from this particular question or prompt or something like that to get some engagement in our communities and to get people commenting on our posts, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think that's an excellent follow on. Like, really, this is what you do from here is you are then asking what are social posts? What's a blog post? What what is an outreach email? What is my newsletter? How can I, draft a newsletter around this? And Kathleen, I think, absolutely, what is a call to action? And if you even want to, so there's timely and then there's urgency, like what Kathleen was talking about. So again, if you want to imbue your prompt with like, okay, I want to make sure that this is super timely and relevant, but I want to build in that sense of urgency. And you could even say, I want to build in that sense of urgency, knowing that people, if they don't act within 72 hours of my call to action, I lose them. And see what ChatGPT comes up with in terms of instilling some urgency in your timely, relevant offer, reframed offer. Okay.
love it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Have we noticed that Molly is continuously loving what we're talking about here, right? Okay, good. Just using this. Love this. Great. Thank you. Thank you. And great. And Christina, this is so awesome because it really shifts our brains into urgency and to timeliness and connection. And I'm also curious, I'm starting to ask more questions too in some of my social. And of course, is how is the latest X, Y, and Z impacting you and your business? It's a little way of doing a poll too, right? We get to be a category, the category of one thought leader because we're asking and we're thinking about, hey, what's happening over there with them? We're concerned. We're not just constantly putting stuff up, but we're inquiring and engaging, right? Yes. Good, good, good. Thank you. Love that, Christina. Great. Okay, good. Okay. Thank you for adding so much value. Love it. Cool, cool, cool. Great. Okay. So, all right. So we got the 72-hour rule. We got to get people moving in within 72 hours to do something. There's also the 5-minute rule. Okay. And of course, this is based on neuroscience to say when people act fast and get a result, no matter what the result is, they start this new success snowball effect. You know that when someone is starting a challenge with you, or that's the power of doing a challenge, is we get people feeling success, doing it continuously a couple days or hours in a row, it starts the snowball effect. And when people are feeling successful, empowered, confident, hey, like their internal dialogue is, hey, I can do this, that gets your connection with them even tighter. And of course, we know that a dopamine is released, reinforcing success. Okay. So 72 hours, first thing, 5 minutes within that, getting people to, and yourself, just to get up and do something. Okay. And then finally, this is so important, is the power of collective energy and action. This is why community is so important. Getting your LinkedIn groups together, starting your Facebook private groups or your communities, bringing people together. What are we doing here? Hello, is bringing people together in a course, in a council, in a mastermind, whatever your plans are, is when people make public commitments, it increases their follow through. We just know that's how it works because the mirror neuron effect jumps in. It's amazing. We get inspired by other people. Hello, we make a public commitment, we're more apt to go through it. Number two, we're inspired by other people. Hey, we see ourselves in others. And of course, when the community is moving, we're seeing that now in our Women's Success Accelerator, especially ladies, aren't we? We've got this great momentum that's going. It's amazing. Women are saying, hey, I just started my group. I just started my mastermind. I just did these different things. And all of a sudden it's like this bubbling up effect. Yeah, there's probably a little subconscious or subliminal competition, but that's not a bad thing, right? Yeah. Okay. So the power of community, really important. And then finally, this is something that you probably will not hear anywhere else except for the Women's Coaching and Consulting Council, is we get to borrow authority and be able to get connected with others who are doing really powerful things. And you, as the leader of your community, you get to just kind of sit back and say, magic, you get the group dynamic going. It's so much fun. And leveraging powerful networks like, of course, C-Suite Network, the Women's Coaching and Consulting Council. It's acceleration at a higher level. And that's part of the affinity, belonging, being part of, being elevated by a powerful community that you create and you're a part of is really, really important. Okay. People it's this halo effect too, right? That you see others and then you get to just bathe and be showered in the positivity and the powerful impact of others. Hey, that's my colleague, that's my business sister, that's a woman, that's my coach, that's my colleague. It's a really powerful thing. And I don't think we use that enough, ladies. I think that would be really something to say, is you get to brag on others and you then get the showered effect as well. Okay. Different than humble bragging, much different than humble bragging. Okay. So with all of this, I just want to pause for a quick moment because we're going to wrap up here. Is what's coming up for you around, hey, this is something that I'm interested in. I'd like to accomplish this. This was an insight, something that's important to me now. And what could be something you could take action on? Let's just say within, we'll extend it. We don't need to do it in the next 5 minutes, but within the next 24 hours, what's one small step you can take in a positive direction? Some thoughts. See, we're using the collective energy. We're using the power of community commitment. We're using all this, ladies. I know for me, I'm going to get out and take a walk this afternoon. I'm going to absorb some of that sunshine, the spring weather, and so I'm publicly committing, I'm going to get out and move this afternoon. Yeah. And without headphones and just get out there. Molly, jump in, please.
One thing that I'm committing to taking action on is reaching out to my social network and seeing who knows organizations and nonprofits that host family-friendly events.
Nice.
That's what I will do.
Excellent. And if you, when you tag us, Molly, or you let us know about that post, we will activate it to the moon and Mars and back. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Great. And I'm already starting to think about groups for you already. I'm starting to like, okay, who do I know? It's amazing. So when you share it, we get to use this collective energy to support you. Love it. Great. Okay, Molly, great. Who else? Something that's important to you that you will take action on. Don't be afraid, ladies.
Well, I'm gonna do the ChatGPT thing, right?
Excellent. See, this was we put this on a platter for all of you ladies, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and see what it comes up with. So
great, Sheila. Thank you. Awesome. Good. Carol, Jillian, say we're lovingly calling you out to step forward.
So one of the things that I am trying to do is get my landing page for my new offering together. And it is such a struggle because my family is coming today, and it trying to get it done within all of the teeny cracks that I might have to work would be hard.
While vacationing and living and working with your beautiful lifestyle while in Kona, ladies, isn't this beautiful? This is great. That's great. And one small step, Carol, right? Is
Yeah.
I love the snowball and compound effect. Those are my favorite things on the planet. Is okay, I just need to get one little step, and then I'll take another little step, and then by the end of the week, I'll say, oh my gosh, look where I'm at. I've taken just a couple steps and I'm further along. And I, like all of you, I'm sure I can only do things in small steps. I can't do a big project. I can't sit down and I got to just take a small little step. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Thank you, Carol. We support you. Jillian, how about you, dear?
Yeah,
Coming up.
so I joined the C-Suite Network officially last week, and
Welcome.
this is my first time being in one of these events, and I just feel so inspired and connected, and I'm, looking to find more groups that are similar to get connected to. So I think I'll start looking into that more. So
Excellent. Excellent.
yeah.
And will you also let's put our LinkedIn in the chat and let's make sure that we're all connected to each other. And get ready, Jillian. We're going to be the afterburner for your acceleration on LinkedIn and on social.
Sounds
Okay.
perfect. I'm
Yes,
ready for it.
okay. We will love to do it and vice versa. Yeah, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let's complete here our time. Oh my goodness. All right, first of all, did you get a couple good ideas during our time together? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great. In our weekly programs, we're going to be picking up the pace even more. Your time is valuable. Our time is valuable. And my goal is that we leave you some time where you can actually take action within 5 minutes of our call. That's the whole goal. We want to put this in action. So we are a council of action, results, and acceleration. That's what we're all about. I don't want to just sit here and talk at you. I want to engage in a conversation so that you can say, wow, that was fantastic. A great use of my time. I learned new things and I'm a different person than when I joined the call. That's the goal. And our big thing here, our big jam, our big excitement is our council is all about how to support you in being the category of one, coach, consultant. And we want to help you rise and elevate in your expertise, what you're doing. And we think it's just a very simple process. Make the choice, make the commitment, and move from curious to committed. So obviously, come join the C-Suite Network, come join our council, and be part of this wonderful community. We've got great plans for this year. We're very excited about the extreme acceleration, and we're having more and more women come and join us. It's going to be great this year. Okay, next Thursday, just to give you a little preview, Gloria St. Martin Lowry, you know her. We're talking about something that's absolutely critical. I don't know if you're aware of this, but diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging is changed a little bit since the beginning of the year. Okay. And since many of our clients are professionals in government, professionals in corporations, just career oriented people, they're looking for some direction. And we as coaches, we need to know how to support our corporate clients and our association clients and our individual clients, no matter where they are. If they're in a job transformation, a job transfer, change in their careers, whatever they're dealing with. So we coaches need to be educated, and we need to be coached up on what's happening. So Carol, we can't wait to talk to you also to talk about how this impacts LinkedIn and our presence online. So we'll be calling out on you on this as well. So Gloria and I are going to talk about what's the new landscape? What's all the data? What are the facts as opposed to the emotion of it? So be sure to register for next Thursday. And of course, the fourth Thursday of every month, we have a quick reconnect, 28 minutes. We get in and we get out what's new, what's happening in our council, and we give a quick update on what's happening for each of us. So we get a little promotion and connection time. All right. Thank you. Come join our council if you are new to C-Suite Network. We want to promote you, showcase you, and highlight you, give you a platform to rise and shine. And with that, thank you. Thank you. Schedule a call with me. Love to connect. I want to know what you're up to, what's going on in your career, your business, and how we can support you to get what you want. So schedule a time, Calendly. It's so easy. Kathleen Caldwell, all one word. All right. Your biggest takeaway from our time together. I'm curious because we got to put a little bookend on this, right? Part of taking action is to stop and pause, take a deep breath, and say, all right, what did I get from this? What is my big takeaway? Because, if it is not expressed, sometimes it can be depressed, and we do not want that. We want to have you expressed. So I will stop my sharing on my screen. What's your biggest takeaway from our time together today? Thank you, Molly. Jump in.
Inspired thought leads to inspired action, which leads to inspired results. So do it.
Whoa, that's a social post right there, Molly. That is so good. Congratulations. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Great. I think we're all inspired, aren't we?
Yes.
Thank you, Molly. Great. Who else? Your biggest takeaway?
I loved when you said without action, everything fades.
Yeah, it's
And
true, isn't
I
it?
mean, right? It reminds us just to take action and that our clients expect, right? We need to have them take action. So not only do we have to do it, we have to remember that it's important for them to take action as well.
Thank you, Sheila Anderson. Love it. Great, great point. Thanks for bringing that home. That's true. Yeah. We're the Action Council, aren't we? We are the AC ladies that women at all age groups, we all sometimes need a little AC, right? Action, yes. Carol, Jillian, how about you? Biggest takeaway from our time together?
I love the 5-minute activation.
Thank you. Thank you, Carol. Right. Yeah.
And the snowball effect. I thought, oh,
Spoken from a woman who did not experience snow this winter, right?
oh.
Yeah, exactly.
We got some before we left. We'll have some after we get back.
True, true. Great. Thank you, Carol. It's amazing with what you just said is just doing something, even something, what I do for myself is if there's something that I really don't want to do, whatever that is, it's like I just set a timer in 5 minutes, and then it's like, okay, now I got over the hump. So sharing these kinds of strategies with your clients just makes you so incredibly invaluable to them. Yeah, you're the catalyst to the action and the outcome that they're looking for. So great, 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 great. Jillian, bring us home, dear. Your biggest takeaway.
So it's a little bit of a different perspective than some of the topics that we've discussed, but I had this really big partnership meeting yesterday, and I had spent all several days like prepping for it and creating a deck for it. It was a really, really big deal. And the meeting went really, really well, and they want to move forward with partnership, which is awesome. But to the point of this meeting, the minute that it was over, I was like, okay, on to the next thing, because it was something that I already done. And so I didn't stop to say, you know what? Let's just take a moment and be proud and thankful that we just accomplished this huge thing. So discussing everything we've discussed today, I'm going to, when I accomplish things, not get so focused on doing the next thing on the list and just say, you know what, let's just take a moment and, enjoy what just happened. It was a huge deal. So, yeah.
Oh, Jillian, beautiful. Great. Thank you. Okay, so let's put that in action. How's that? Let's put this in action. Just we have just a moment. So can I bring in a little woo woo so we have more wow wow? Okay. So yes, thank you. Thank you. So just inviting each of you, and if you're watching the replay, please do not drive a car or operate heavy machinery now. Just put it aside. So how about if you just take a moment, if you want to close your eyes, you can do that, or just keep your eyes open and just breathe in, breathe out. Just getting connected for just a moment with your breath. Thank you, Jillian, for that beautiful prompt. Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Carol. And just appreciate yourself. Just take one moment to just appreciate yourself. For being here, for being so attentive, so all in, and trusting that you will take action on what's important to you and that you can celebrate. It's a good thing to celebrate your success. Celebrate. Take a moment, take a deep breath, and just fill yourself up with a moment of celebration. Yeah, I got this. I did this. All good. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. When you're ready, coming back to the room, feeling refreshed and alert with lots and lots of energy, feeling really good in every way. Yeah. So when you're ready, thank you, ladies. Oh, what a gorgeous time together. You filled me up with so much joy today. Thank you so much. Good, good. We'll see you next Thursday. And remember, 5 minutes, 72 hours max. Let's get it done. Okay. Love to each of you. Thank you so much. See you soon. Okay. Mwah. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.